What's up, y'all doing? You remember? Channel, had anybody remember this old cartoon?
Fight the criminal, chase the bad guys, save the world, fly to the sky. Have kid amazing. Okay, stash out, can face it. Yeah, 1-0, then use that. Against see.
Oh, okay. What about the next one?
He's a phantom. Danny Phantom. Young Danny Phantom, he was just 14 when his parents built a very strange machine. It was designed to view a world unseen. He's gonna catch 'em all 'cause he's Danny Phantom. When it didn't quite work.
Okay, which one better out of these two Prime Family shows? The original Prime Family or this one?
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the?
Nah, do you see what I'm trying to say here? It gotta be the old cartoons or new cartoons. Now, I understand, like, new cartoons, someone got flavor. But if you know me, and if you watch my channel from the beginning, and you watch some of the cartoon reviews I'll be watching, I mainly go over old cartoons most of the time anyway. I don't like the new cartoons. That's just me personally. Now, I'm not hating on them. I'm hating them, but I just don't like 'em for a reason that many of us know, due to a lot of reasons. But nowadays you ain't gonna find them original cartoons no more. You ain't gonna find no good theme songs no more. And yes, this video might be short. I always keep it short. I will keep my videos short and brief, and I always explain to the point and to detail, and also to the point. So I don't be trying to prolong it, and I'll be trying to keep it brief and short. But also, when it comes to old cartoons, you heard them things on them things don't have have a vibe to it, have a feeling to it. You don't feel like it just a theme song no more. You get involved inside the world, inside that universe, inside that cartoon universe, right? Yeah, so let me just for example, like in my last video, in when I made old cartoons way better than new cartoons, I talked about Status Shock, how they tackle real world problems. Now most cartoons tackle real world problems. Like, so if you've seen that all the Disney Channel Disney Channel remakes, you can tell like just by they don't understand like the emotion and the viewpoints that went into the original. So, and also how the original got famous. Now, they can remake all the Disney Channel movies they want, but if they don't got no original, it kind of no point of watching it because it have no purpose of being remake again because it just have no logical sense of being remake like that. It just made no sense to me. But that's me because it gotta make sense so people can actually understand what was the premise of the original. And also, if they talking about remaking something, they got to understand what made the original so great. First of all, when it comes to kids cartoon shows, they're not really cartoons. Like we all know they not for kids. They for teens, adults, everybody watching. Like kids and family, basically. And it's just not made for kids. Like that's kind of because kids don't learn nothing from kids shows really. Like it got to be a little bit more maturity to it, but also education and also kid friendly. You don't want no violence or gore in there for the kids. So it's kind of like if you really think about it, all the old cartoons that you probably watch, you probably seen, like they had some maturity factor to it, and you kind of liked it kind of going on to it. Like yeah, most of the kids show cartoon shows basically had like a sense of wonder, imagination, and then also the real world. So I'm gonna break that down too. So and let me use Peter Pan for example, Peter Pan and Wendy, and let me compare them to the original and to the new one that they just made. So if you say, for instance, the original brought out the real world, then the imagination of the kids. The kids had imagination, so it brought out the imagination when Peter Pan came. But that imagination was still there before Peter Pan came, cause you seen the two boys were fighting swords and everything. And then when they went to Wonderland, you actually see the imagination kicked in, and then the the new Jen, the new Peter Pan and Wendy, for some reason, you don't get that sense of real world stuff. You get sense of imagination throughout the whole beginning. You don't get the real world stuff. You just get to imagination. And then that, like, don't get me wrong, like the actor can do so much, but it also depends on the writer and the screenwriters and also the people that basically writing it. So it's based on them and how they write the script, so the actors can actually act. I don't blame the actors. I blame the screenwriters because they're supposed to be writing it good, but most of the time they be messing it up and they don't be doing a good job. But hey, that's just my opinion. But when it comes to kids, you have to bring a sense of wonder, imagination, and also real world factors in there. So you just can't have imagination through oh how and expect for us to actually feel a sense of wonder and real world stuff into it. So we can actually get a sense of what's really real, what's really not real. So that way we can actually deteriorate between what's real and what's fake. So that was make the original a lot more better than the new one. Then the new one a lot more imagination. They actually real. And then I understand the strong women empowerment. Look, it's kind of a reason why the original worked out like it did because it actually had the premise of jealousy in it. Like you can see Tinkerbell jealousy in it in the original, but in the new gen, not really. You just see the you just see her and there, just be there, and that's another thing. Like but I ain't gonna talk about that. That's like a whole nother topic. But let me get done here. In conclusion, the reason why old cartoons beat the new cartoons is because it brings a sense of real worldness and also imagination to the kids. So that way they can actually know what's real, what's fake, and they also understand what's before them, and also the parents can understand like the sense of it as well, so they can explain to the kids like why this happening, why that happening, that's why fake. I like can I fly, can I not fly, and questions like the basic questions like questions like that. Like kids always gonna have questions. I bet you just answer them truthfully and just tell them just be there. And when they got questions about something or anything like that. But that's just my personal opinion though. All cartoons always bring out the real world and the imagination to it. But thank y'all for listening in. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and click that notification bell if you like the channel. And also, thank y'all for listening. I'm out. Peace.